Okay, hi. So I wanted to give you a little bit of perspective on AI that's more humanistic than what you would expect from a technical person. What I want to think through is how not to waste money on AI. Because a lot of companies are experimenting or say they are experimenting, but what they're actually doing is burning money and bringing false claims and false promises. The first thing that I want to stress is that AI, as any other technology, from the power steam engine to AI, is just a leverage. It magnifies what is already happening. Let that sink down, because it brings the leverage to what you're already bringing as a result. You will have more of this result. If it's an efficient process that you apply this leverage to, you will exponentially more generate revenue, generate margin, close deals, build proposals exponentially faster, exponentially more, growing more than ever. But if you apply it to something that doesn't work well, like if you lose on a deal that you will close more of, you will start losing money faster than ever. And this is the key thing to win with AI, to apply it where it matters. So first, a glimpse of what AI is. Right up till now, up till ChatGPT, we were speaking about predictive model, recommender systems, and computer vision mostly. So there were things that would take the data we have, structured tabularical data, and say, there is a chance that this value will look like that in the future. So it will tell you, there is a chance this customer will leave. There is a chance this part will break. There is a chance this train will be late. The other thing it could do, it could recommend something. So it would say, based on what you liked seeing, this movie might be something that will entertain you today. Based on the progress you made learning Spanish, this is your next Duolingo lesson. This will recommend a system. And some computer vision that would, for instance, look through the camera at the production line and decide whether the item is produced properly or it should be put aside. What came with ChatGPT, so as a summary, it was an expert. It's like an AI virtual expert that can answer a very specific question about a very specific thing, but nothing is new. Everything comes out of the past. With the efficiency, this is when we rely on this expert, because it's more efficient than anyone else you know in this particular very narrow problem. On the other hand, what came with Gen AI is like a one-man band or a very eager intern that will throw himself at any tasks you give him, but it's only learning now. So the results might not be as good as you expect. The way of doing things might be different than what you expect. You might need more step-by-step guidance for this AI agent to understand and perform well. And you need to check the results just as if you have checked your intern when she started the job. So you have those two different kind of AIs, one that is very good at one specific thing, and the other that is goodish at almost everything. So your role right now is to work with this AI just as if you have worked with your team members. You have specialists in your teams, and you have generalists in your teams. You have people that you want to use to coordinate the tasks, and you have people that you want to perform specific tasks. And you want to orchestrate the workflow between them for efficiency. This is the job of a leader. And what AI does is forcing every single one of us to become such a leader. The difference will be that you're not working with an actual person, but with an AI agent that has its specifics. It's good at something, it's bad at something, and you need to understand it to perform well together. So in the end, you become a master of puppets, working with many different AI agents on your goals. In the working environment, there will not only be AI agents there, but also other people. So essentially, you will lead the job around the topic, working together with many different people and many different AIs. Most mid-enterprises, even if they understand that, they have a problem moving forward. They try some things up, they cannot calculate the benefits, they sometimes don't see it, or they are not too tangible, not very easy to capture. They walk around many different areas, they try things out here and there, wherever it's easiest to start, on a compliance, on a tech level, on a budgeting level, but it's a chaos. And this chaos usually takes a lot of money and brings very little results. To understand how to approach properly building artificial intelligence into your business, let's get a step back and think what innovation is. MIT defines innovation not as something that you do or something that you implement or bring to the market, but rather as a process of taking ideas from inception to impact. So from the moment you have this, oh, how might we improve the conversions from a lead on a call to a closed deal? To we actually have an AI that in some way makes that happen so that we close more deals on the same number of leads. We have this smaller innovation that improves things over and over again. Some small KPIs, 1% here, 1% there, that adds up to big numbers in your organization. There is also a big I innovation approach, where you place a big bet over a few years that you will disrupt the market. And everyone is excited about those projects, and everyone is talking about those projects, while the first ones are those that are bringing the most value and the most tangible results. The bigger innovation would be MIT building a large language model that helps designing new drugs and new gene therapies. That would be a Tesla robot that would not exist without AI. It's a completely new product, new category, something that never existed before, and it's a big market disruption. Just as Synthesia, which helps you generate videos of your own by you speaking about things you just wrote about. It's a completely new thing. It's a big bet that something like that will have a place in the market, in your industry. But there are also small bets that you can be making, the smaller innovation, where you take the way you do things now, like monitor the drugs on the market that any pharmaceutical company has to do for indefinite time, and use Gen AI to do it, to save money, make it more sustainable, and let your people work on other things that you are short on. It means that you can take a production line and find out that whenever a maintenance team is coming, they don't really know what happened, and they never experienced this kind of problem. But you can take Gen AI to ingest all the company knowledge from any service action anywhere in the world, in any language, and tell them exactly how this problem was fixed, saving hours or days of downtime, which translates to money. An hour of a ship standing because the clutch is not working on it can be a few $100,000 an hour. You can improve performance of what you already have by enhancing data with Gen AI and improving the results your previous projects brought. The thing is that whatever you want to improve has to come out of your operations, has to come out of your company. Not that you saw this nice, interesting PowerPoint generating AI that you could use in your day-to-day business, but you can't really put your data there, so it's like sketching only. But you can actually find out a place in your shipping, in your management, in the way you train new people on the job, where you could improve, and improve in a way that your company benefits monetary out of it, and then find a use case there. And this is the hard work, and this is the work no one wants to do, but it starts with your strategy. It starts with what your company is about to achieve in the upcoming quarters and years, so that whatever effort you take on AI is improving on that. If you want to acquire new customers, don't focus on reducing cost of HR. This is not where your money should be. And this prevents you from putting money in the wrong place. So first, you ask yourself, what would you like to change? Which KPIs? Which processes? Which operations? What should be improved, even if it wasn't for AI to do it? Then when you have it found out, you group all those things around areas, eventually developing into use cases that could change those things in your organization. So you find out that those few different things, like improving a conversion rate and maybe personalizing an offer more and something else, adds up to one use case that could be implemented. Once you have those use cases, it's important to find out which one to actually start with. So you need to build a decision-making structure around it. And this is a very important thing that a lot of companies are not doing, not having a decision-making structure around it. So you judge those ideas on impact it does on the company, how important it is, how much your competition is pushing you to do so, how much monetary value you'll get out of it, how big ROI it brings, and complexity. How ready are you with your data, how hard the compliance is, how costly it is to develop it, how costly it is to maintain it. And eventually, you get a score which lets you build a grid that will show you which use cases to focus on, which of them are low-hanging fruits, which of them are big bets you should take, which of them are distractors, and which of them are cash burners, so that you know which ones to avoid. And sometimes it's easy to have a mistake. Look, use case 3 looks pretty good. It's a lot of impact. But it's also very low on complexity, and low on complexity means it's very hard to do it. So it means, okay, we can win a lot, but then the chances of doing that are quite small. And with that kind of governance, you can focus on what really matters and what has a lot of chance to win. That is within your risk appetite. So this is more or less what I wanted to show you as a big picture of how you can approach implementing AI in your organization strategically, rather than going after one trend after another and trying to find out how to really find value in it. This is QR code to my LinkedIn. If you want to discuss anything around AI strategy, I'm very happy to help, and I will be around today. Thank you.
It was Matt Kurleto. And any questions for Matt? No, not again. Maybe, Matt, if I can ask you, like, what is the usual first use case?
It's totally different. That's why this approach gives you totally different results. Because in one company, the result will be don't do AI at all. I had this project. I was invited to a company that is producing very advanced lasers. Mm-hmm. And as we went through the strategy, we found out the only thing that's stopping them from doubling is the factory size. And no AI is doubling the factory. They just had to build a factory, no AI. And that was the result of our advisory, no AI. So it's not about the things you do, it's about the things you don't do in order to do the right things.
Okay, thank you, Matt.